color commentary from a conservative point of view. Coming from California, I feel alone in the drift in a sea of attached buckets that honestly conservatives don't have to avoid.
Yeah, let me get this thing to...
This is WWCR, Nashville, Tennessee, USA.
You mind? Did you mind?
I would like you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to
That's
answer.
why I asked it.
It's very simple to you're a nasty person, okay? I never met this woman. I never saw this woman. This woman said, I met her at the front door of Bergdorf Goodman, which I rarely go into other than for a couple of charities. I met her in the front door. She was about 60 years older. This is like 22, 23 years ago. I met her in the front door of Bergdorf Goodman. I was immediately attracted to her, and she was immediately attracted to me. And we had this great chemistry. We're walking into a crowded department store. We had this great chemistry. And a few minutes later, we end up in a room, a dressing room of Bergdorf Goodman, right near the cash register. And then she found out there are locks on the door. So she said, I found one that was open. She found one. She learned this at trial. She found one that was open. What kind of a woman meets somebody and brings them up, and within minutes you're playing hanky-panky in a dressing room? I don't know if she was married then or not. John Johnson, I feel sorry for you, John Johnson.
Mr. President, can I...
No, but think of it. Think of it.
What do you... Can I just follow up on that? You said
One of
you
the
don't
things
think
you
it's
have to do is you have to get... You have to
Mr.
be in
President,
Europe.
just follow up on that because that's a really important
Excuse me, let me just follow up.
there. Can you say if you want Ukraine or Russia to win this war?
I want everybody to stop dying. They're dying. Russians and Ukrainians. I want them to stop dying. And I'll have that done. I'll have that done in 24 hours. I'll have it done. You need the power of the presidency to do it.
But you won't say that you want Ukraine to win?
You know what I'm saying? I said this seriously. Because they're for 27 years for 1 second. They should equalize. They have plenty of money. They should equalize. I got with NATO. When I sat down, I got them to put up hundreds of millions of dollars that they weren't paying under Bush and all of these other presidents.
This is the stuffy nose politician guy. He's up next. This guy's a real whack job. He plays this gaudy music he makes. I don't know what it is. I actually stayed up late to record this guy. This guy's the guy with the stuffy nose. He talks like this. Oh, you know. Well, and then he starts off with his gaudy music. Then he starts talking. Sometimes he swears at night. Somehow just keep this camera rolling. Cause you never know. You never know. Picture looks like crap, but it's dark in here. Ugh, that is horrible. Horrible music. Tell you, this politician, he makes his own music. And it takes about an hour just to get on the air with all this music. Well, you'll see. Hang in there. You'll hear this guy. He'll be on in a few minutes. Oh, man. It's abomination. Stupid damn thing, stay still. He won't stay still. I should have never messed with it. God dang it. This guy's evidently not, he's not on the air yet. When he does, oh, you'll know it. This guy's got a stuffy nose. What's the signal we're getting here? We're getting a 20 plus signal. Let's see, is he done yet with this damn music? Oh, here he is. Here he is. And there's his damn dog.
No reaction. I will never do that again. I promise. Oh no. Oh shit.
So, it's shit.
You recognize the tune. I know that. All right, folks. Turn that down in there. It's a repetition. World's greetings, name the Most High. Well, okay, so Frankie sent me something, I forget what it's called now. He sent me a, turn that down, yeah. He sent me an old pod from a long time ago, and gosh, I used to talk so fast. I was so adamant, so pounding the table, so adamant, so crazed with a vision. Really, you can make a good case for, just completely insane. And gosh, I miss those days. And so, well, you don't have to miss them. Because here they come again. Whether you like it or not, we're back in the prophecy wars again. Yes, well, you remember 2003. How could you forget? 2004, that was some of the richest, most amazing spiritual times on the internet that I think, I don't think it'll ever be really redone again like that. Where you had people, giving the first person type testimonies of, I, the Lord, am happy with you. Keep doing what you're doing. And, keep struggling in my name and you will be rewarded, I, the Lord, have made it so. You had a lot of that kind of smack. And then you had other smack, like, what do we have? We had we call it smack because we're addicted to fear porn. So he just, you know, the nukes will begin on the East Coast.
Oh, he's on a roll tonight. He's gonna say something really whacked out.
Now, Trish has to acknowledge this is true. I am talking on the microphone, and what just happened, look, he starts in.
This guy's wacky, folks. So
It's just like Molly.
nobody watches it later. I'll post it tomorrow early morning.
So jacked up on something.
Oh, he's jacked up.
So, the most perfect time, I mean, and then when I came on, I prophesied to Mike, you know, remember my old friend, I'm going to see him at Frightmare. He's going to come to the premiere. It was actually a Quantum Devil is what we're premiering, and producer Mike had the original screenplay, had a screenplay that I think based the story on, you know, maybe not on all of it, but just on the kind of a concept that was in the screenplay. And Larry wrote the bulk of it. And I came in and did my little magic tricks. And it's kind of a morality tale, Quantum Devil. I mean, it's not necessarily for the fans of Girl Next, although there's a through line that goes through the Quantum Quartet, which I really should have put that artwork up because I've got, I made some artwork that has Girl Next, Quantum Devil, Never Ever After, which is the next one, and then Dragon Island, which is the big one, the big finale. And right now, then we have
this guy will get going. Believe me, you just gotta hang tight. He already swore once out here, so
on all these adventures.
when he gets going, you'll know.
Finding out, you know, and it leads into some strange areas, but we have to let ourselves get there and get ourselves, you know, really going with it. And I think, if, you know, if I can say this, I think that this Frightmare convention in Dallas, when you can get there, please go there. We'll be at Big Booth 507. I'll be there signing. Come by and say hello, and I'll sign a book for you. I don't know what the cost will be. We have to sell them because, you know, we're in business. So, I've given this whole death report thing away for free, and because the Lord told me to. I took the donate button off and everything. But nothing like obedience. Anyway, I don't think the purpose there is to make money. I think the purpose is to save lives, including my own. Now, did you like the Trump vote? Can you believe how Trump is? I look at him like a force of nature. I mean, the way that he just destroyed CNN, and then CNN was so pissed off. I mean, I'm going to have to give this to you, verbally. But, I mean, I have all the clips, but I don't want to just play the clips, okay? I've got like 20 clips. But I'm sorry, just tell you my experience of watching. So CNN was so pissed off, they actually put him up there, and they put him with their worst, like, Caitlin Collins, who's a, just like the drive-by, you know. And you know, an ambulance chase. And she tried to, hit him with all this stuff. 2020 election, documents at Mar-a-Lago. Who's this girl, E. Jean Carroll, $5 million for, some kind of charge that's not involving rape. And, damages or defamatory something or other, whatever it is, basically based on the news. They're convicted on, they're giving her money based on the news of his slamming her in the media and calling her a whack job and things like that, using that as evidence. Oh, man. So he flipped the court, he made a mockery of the court, and the idiot Clinton appointed judge. He made a fucking great mockery out of CNN. I mean, He destroyed, he showed the utter, I mean, people that watch that show, they're worthless people. They're not, there's nothing there. Like, there's nothing inside them. They're just robotoid, right? And it's so propaganda that they did a town hall meeting afterwards. And mind you, I was one of the people, the first people to shout about the Trump corruption and with Pfizer, you know, and I'm not saying that's perfect. But man, it was a sight for sore eyes. I mean, he gets up there, and the first thing that happens is because she's expecting it to be a little controversial, you know. So he gets up to the standing ovation. And they're supposed to screen the audience to make sure they don't let Trump supporters in. And so he gets a standing O. And then the rest just goes downhill from there, 2020 election. And he goes, well, obviously, even a stupid person could see it's rigged. And then CNN gets on, they put on their hatchet job. Yep. They cut it 20 minutes early because they were losing. They lost their ass. They lost their ass. I'm telling you, you just watch the clips they have either on your social media. They broke it down to clips. Like if you have it, like on Twitter, you can stream through and see all the clips in a row. If you get on one, and then you'll go to the next one, and all the way down. And it's a thing of beauty. Gosh, it made me feel good because see, I've been living with this, this thing where a lot of people in the arts.
This guy, I don't know.
A lot of people that they get word of. I've been talking about this for years about the celebrity situation. We talked about having a little turbo force there. Whoa. Hello. I mean, we're talking about, celebrity. We're talking about Charlize Theron and her.
Well, all I can say is this guy is wacky.
And I understand how they.
I know you guys are bored, but you listen to this guy. We're in 17 minutes in.
I claim it because
He's on to like 4 in the morning.
And all the fakery, the fake people. They get to sign on the propaganda.
Enjoy.
The latest thing
Anybody's live going 4.84 megahertz. 4.84 megahertz
in the genital mutilation.
in the shortwave radio. This guy's crazy.
But I did predict it. I did predict this would happen because that's child abuse. So P. They may not put the P on there, but it's on there. It says the whole purpose. P stands for purpose. The entire purpose of all this is political. There's no such thing as anything for gay rights or LGBTQ. There's no such thing. These are political. These are political constructs for the purpose of political power and nothing else. Because there's nothing new here. We've had all this stuff and marching for this, marching for that, marching for, black rights, gay rights, these rights, those rights. When then you say, well, what can a gay person, not do? Is something that, and there were sodomy laws, that's true. Because a lot of the law was up on the Bible, which obviously frowned on that because the whole point of God really, what was the whole point of God? Life? No, it was replenish the earth. That's the whole point of God in Genesis. What was the point of man? What was the point of existence? What was the point of breathing? What was the point of seeing? There was only one point. And of course, you have the same people behind the depopulation movement. Hint, hint, getting a clue? Oh, you never read the book of Genesis. I guess you're going to be in the dark then. I'm not reading that patriarchal crap. Go ahead, don't read it. But you're an ignorant fool. And I can't wait till you get taken over more layers of you. Get taken to where there is no you anymore. You're just the program. The program. The program. Then the program goes feral and you start eating people. That's what I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait to see you with a leg of human in your mouth, drenched with blood.
A
No
leg
more
of
need for
human.
horror movies. You are the movie. Why, because I didn't read the book of Genesis? Yes, because you didn't read the book of Genesis. You don't understand. The only way to have peace and harmony here is to agree that there's a creator. And if there's, such thing as common sense, morals, rules, all these things that are inculcated doubly to make sure that humanity doesn't go off the track. But there is a devil. Most people don't believe that's a patriarchal concept. A male devil. One who's male. I'll say she is female and he is male. Perhaps both. But I'll tell you one thing. It really doesn't matter what the gender is, the devil. Or God. God's on me. God's not any one gender. We refer to him as one, but that's not really the truth, is it? Come on, Nini. Come on, give me some more left.
Oh my God.
Give me your beautiful logic. Let me just destroy everything you say or think. And I will. Because I have had enough. I've listened to this shit for I don't know how long I've had to put up with it, but I've had to put up with it. Incredible orange juice. Christianity is racist.
You can't put up with the shit.
There is no such thing as any God. We are the gods. And then you go, we are the gods, and then of course you get the Yuval Noah Harari. That's where you end up. With chimeras. Because they can't do a singularity. So the next best thing is the chimera, right? And then let's bring in the celebrity Keanu Reeves. Keanu, come on in here. Wow. Yeah, hey, let's, another brilliant guy. Okay, come on. All right, what's the purpose of life? Okay, what is the purpose? Any purpose. No, I've been bringing him in because he's the executive producer. Not for his acting, which is always the same, right? There's no variation in whatever role he is. He's kind of like Nicolas Cage. It's all the same. Every once in a while, Cage gets inspired, but Keanu's pretty much the same, right? Wouldn't we say that being fair? No, and it's good. It's very likable, very sympathetic. Very. Maybe he just wants to roll where he can act up for people, but I don't know. He's no Al Pacino. Can we agree on that? At least. I'm in a, I feel I'm in a company here of one sometimes. And I know that's not true. I know other people have had similar thoughts. It says that you don't dare think these thoughts, right? Because it's against they'll get on you. They'll hurt you. If you have an opinion, like right now the thing is, around Santa Fe, New WACKY, around this shithole, here's the deal around here. It's now, everybody worship all Native Americans, no matter what tribe they're from, no matter what the circumstances and what their history is, bow down now. And so, now when you see magazines come out from the Southwest, like Cowboys and Indians and things like that, it's mainly Indians.
This is on the national radio.
Of course, you
swear
can't have
away.
the word Indian on there. Got to say Native American. But what do we really mean? There are various tribes around here, lots of different nations. And they did fight and spill blood. They didn't live peacefully on the land like Obama wants to, because Obama thinks you're stupid, and you are. You want to get ahead of them all? You got to start thinking outside the box. You got to start looking at evidence. You got to start looking at what people are looking at. You got to start looking at it and deciding when you see a guy who has a AK-47 trained on him in Austin, Texas. He defends himself with a Glock 19. And, he hits the guy. He blows him away. But the guy was pointing a gun at him. He was going to shoot. So he defends himself in self-defense. And he gets 25 years in jail, okay? That went down yesterday. Did you see that? Do you have any opinion of that whatsoever? No. The only opinion that this side has, which is basically Satan, the only opinion you have is, well, he shouldn't have defended himself. Because the other guy hadn't fired yet. And then he was at point-blank range. He was right at the door of the car. And this was a kid who just earlier that night, carrying his AK-47, was saying, "Oh, these right-wingers, they're a bunch of pussies. They're not going to do anything about it, but I am. I'm no pussy." And then the next thing you know, the guy gets blown away on TV. And you can almost watch it in real time. Not that I'm cheering it on, but the idea that... And was he an Uber driver, too? Trying to take someone somewhere? So he's also... Is he defending the person in the car? And they won't let him through the line. He's trying to do his job. So he defends himself against an AK-47. He was 25 years in jail. Now, he won't be appealed. I understand Governor Abbott's going to probably pardon him, but they wanted... look, there's no way that anyone would believe that is even a real conviction. It's nothing. But it just shows what they're doing all over the country. I'm done with it. Calling it out. You want to do this, use the LGBTQ thing as a bully thing? There's that. There's the misuse of language. Trying to enforce that by law. Only bullies, thugs, and dictators do shit like that. So that's what I told you. Your celebrity hates you. Don't you understand that? They rope you off. You go to a premiere. Maybe you get yourself invited to the after party, okay? They're going to have a velvet rope that's going to be keeping the cattle below the line, the worker bees down there in the bar, and upstairs they're going to have the real party with the VIPs. That's, hey, where I'm going on this. Then we have the same thing. There's the room for the VIP. They're separated off. But I went to the Valley Walk Riders Conference before it went bankrupt for being corrupt. I don't know, Trish, did you know that? They went bankrupt years ago. The Maui Riders Conference, remember them? We thought we'd go to Maui and meet some agents and publishers, dress the flesh and have... No, it turned into a shitstorm. It turned into a mega... It turned into GameStop. Because we're special people. We are the children of the Most High God. In your perimeter, I guarantee you don't have many people like that. And yet, we always fight and argue, right? Because we're really intelligent. But we are separated by this situation. They know it. But that's a different topic. So I go there and they have the VIPs roped off. The agents, the publishers, the big-time novelists, the chicken soup for the soul guy. Isn't he there? Jack Kennedy, he's got this big suite. And so they're there, at one point, well, they were talking to me about having some stories to their book, but I'm just not into writing about golf and the Bush family and things like that, doing glowing reviews and just sucking dick everywhere you go. It's just, that's...
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Sucking the number one he was just talking about.
What I am. But I'm not that angry. Kind of joyously. It's more of a joy right now. But remember, I told you, they hate. They've learned there's the inside of the building, the open outside.
This guy's crazy.
And
I don't even know how he's still on the air. But man, he
those
gets.
people been running
This is
the
nothing.
rope
When he gets going, he
in
gets
Hollywood
going.
the whole time. They're the dictator. If anyone who's ever been to Hollywood understands the casting couch is, you know, is. There's like brothels out there in West Hollywood, just, you know, these strapping young lads, you know, in these gay brothels because they're trying to work their way into the business. And that's the idea. And God help them. I mean, if your priority is you want to be a star no matter what, and you go out to Hollywood, it's not just going to be waiting tables, you know. There's a lot more to it, and then, you know, a lot of victims, a lot of deaths, a lot of suicides, a lot of horrors. The one thing you learn is, you know, the hierarchy is everything. Being inside that rope, being in that next party, being on that next thing, being, you know, able to say that you tipped those out, and now you're in this in crowd over here. You really had to fight your way in there to get in there. By Joes, no one's going to take that status away from you. When you dictate to the public, they better listen because you have influence. And Trump was saying, in his, you know, in his devastation of CNN, he was saying, you know, people that are famous have influence. And they have, and he goes, and they had to do a sarcastic statement. He said, they have for the last million years. You know, what they say is going to hold a lot more water. You know, Lebowski. You don't hold shit, Lebowski. Remember that? In the Malibu Sheriff? Remember that scene? Get out of here, deadbeat! You fucking fascist! Oh, so it goes.
Holy
And
shit.
the moment that fascist gets a little power, then what happens? They start discriminating against other people.
I
For
can't
their
believe this guy
sadness.
swore on national radio
The ultimate in
on
racism.
WWCR, Nashville,
Beyond
Tennessee.
racism.
He just said the
And
F-bomb.
beyond classism.
I told you he will.
Simply, one human being is just better than another. And what he or she says goes. And they sit on Twitter all day long bullying people. They're all anti-Trump. And the more they say about him, the more famous Trump gets. Because they can't seem to figure that out. Anyway, it was a thing. I mean, you know, and you know, but yes, I don't know. You know, equality for all, unless you're in Hollywood, you know. And then it's run by, you know, the same people that run the world system, and they're all pretty much debauched and corrupted. And so then they become the CEOs. They become they become Disney. It's so funny watching Disney come out of the closet and just be pedophiles. It's so amazing watching it happen. I mean, you knew it from the art and the, you know, people broke down Walt Disney's signature. In those days, men were really, really, you know, keen on their signatures. They worked on them a lot. You know, my grandfather did. He helped me get going with all that. And Disney had an impeccable signature, but it all had these little curlicues of 666 over the.
Yeah, if anybody knows who this
Yeah,
guy
my
is, let me know. Because I
But
can
they
never
took a lot
figure
of
out
time
who
to
this
try
guy is.
To perfect those signatures.
This guy's
They weren't their
nuts.
natural signatures.
Anybody can hear me, give me a thumbs up to the video and keep it rolling.
Rounded D
This guy's
and a
crazy.
line and a kind of an L on the end. You know, it's very fluid. It didn't really say anything. It just was, you know, had a natural flow to it. And I didn't spend time perfecting it or trying to say a message with it, but in those days they did. And, you know, so Hollywood, there's only room for the chosen. And a a lot of that goes to bloodlines and, circumstances that other people, psychics, witches, sorcerers, and others have to determine who the chosen are. And then groom them for that very influential life. Because there was a time where celebrities really pretty much dictated the entire social agenda of the United States back in the 40s, the late 40s, and of course through the 50s. It was a huge time for Hollywood. Huge time. The talking pictures came in 1927. And then it was such a giant medium, and you had, the romantic notion of, going to the drive-in, having a theater in your home, theater here at school, the theater center at USC, and this and that and the other thing. And the giant IMAX screens, and the other kind of big theaters we have to pay a premium, like in Los Angeles, like in Century City, the AMC theater there, you pay a premium to go in. It's a much bigger, not IMAX, but it's almost as big. And they have all these amenities, you pay a few dollars more. So, then, the great premieres of the past and the private seats. You're in this seat, you're in that seat, you buy your tickets and then general admission, and it kind of went down the tubes with digital. But still, the same influences, the same fame and fortune, lands on people, and they get the opportunity to go behind the rope. We just call this the people behind the rope. Well, anyway, we're all this, look, they're employed by the Soroses and Larry Fakes and the Disney Corporation and the Coca-Cola Corporation. Stanley Kubrick tried to make fun of it back in the day. They're owned and operated by these corporations. They're just corporate, like, I made a comment to, Geraldo, another sellout. They tried to say that, he was saying something. I said, look, obviously you're a company man, that Fox owns you, whoever you're working with, they groomed you, they put you there, they made you a star. And if you say anything against the narrative there, and anything like positive about Tucker Carlson or any of that stuff that's going on, anything that's other than the corporate company line, you're gone. Because you're not that important of an asset right now. And that goes for everybody. So there never was free speech with those people. But everybody looked at their tweets like, oh, this is the guy. John Cusack, another guy that just made a living off bashing Trump. He just bashes Trump all day long. The next thing you know, there's an advertising. John Cusack at the so-and-so theater in Phoenix, Arizona. Hey, I hope to all see you come out there. And his act, guess what his act is? I'll say anything. Well, no, you won't. You're another guy that was, owned and operated. You're doing everything politically correct you can do to get back into the movies, which you haven't been in a long time. And quite frankly, I don't know who even cares anymore. You had your chance to prove yourself. You were okay, I guess, but, people are not dying to see you. So you squawk what you think is the party line. Now, Trump. That's all you think about. Same thing happened to Meathead. All he does is Trump. I mean, you forget that Rob Reiner directed, some amazing, I guess he's an Academy Award winner. He directed, didn't he do, oh God, what was that name? Tom Cruise. You can't handle the truth. Was it A Few Good Men? What's the name of it? Whatever. He's done some phenomenal work, as a director. Kind of a chip off the old block of his father. But he's so obsessed with his Trump thing and following that narrative, and he doesn't really need money, so it's just going to be that all day long. A waste of a talent. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And there's nothing, I can't straighten it up, I can squawk about it, I can complain about it, which I don't really want to do anymore, because it's boring to me. But there are no teeth now. But I'm trying to make a point, which is the point is you don't get the news, you haven't gotten it until now, and also make a prediction they lose by 2028. 2028, they lose. Anyone want to join me? Well, let's have 50 people make their own prediction. Mine is based on, that'll be accurate, but I'll be so muddied down by then, no one will remember it. And that's just the way it goes here, in my own stupid country. I can't do anything here. Go over, put me in Italy, put me somewhere else, everything thrives. Just, oh man, that's all I can do. I probably should have moved over there. That would have been but it's okay. Now, you'll get the idea of what people want. I mean, after, 20 some odd years, 21 years or so, you get the idea of what they want. They want smack, man. But Frankie and I went over around about this, and they want smack. They want pure porn. They want, the Q-tard stuff, which we debunked in 2017. And all I got were people saying, I'm leaving the Zep report. I'm never going to listen again because this is what's happening. And you missed the boat, V. Do we really need to hear that?
This guy's whacked out.
Bring your argument.
Anybody out there, give me a thumbs up and everything else.
Bring your argument showing that you know something about the English language. And then we can talk. Well, being educated is racist. Well, I'd educate myself. And I'm still doing it because I'm still, buying books. You just have it. You are old, grumpy, white, Christian, Jesus affirming. You know what Jesus affirming surgery is? Heart, brain, and soul. Yeah, don't forget, grumpy old man. White. I think all white people should enshrine themselves in gold. Because of having to put up with all these fucking shitheads, really, seriously. Because to do the racism, because we're not racist, right? Because Jesus forces it. We have all our brothers and sisters in Pakistan and Africa and here and there, all over the world. And when we pray together, we hold hands and we pray, and they're worshiping Jesus because we know that He's the Creator, He's the Word, He's the I Am. But we are also in His presence, the I Am. And that's why we come together as a fellowship to drink of that water, to have that renewal. That's what we need. And that makes us haters because we love everybody, therefore we hate, because we won't participate in their racism and their sexism and their anti-woman campaigns. The LGBTQ now is anti-woman. Notice how they threw the feminism out. And Camille Paglia, another intellectual, a woman I greatly respect, she predicted all this. She predicted it would go exactly. She was so lamenting when she was like, whatever happened to the gay bars and cruising and all that stuff? The way it used to be. And she had a point. So gay was never about gay marriage or monogamy. When was that? It was just because this is a spiritual battle. And it was used to fight Jesus. That's the whole point. And Jesus never said anything about, he didn't go on and on about it. He did talk about Sodom and Gomorrah once. So where was that? That was in the chapter where he would say, if they don't hear your word, because all of us are equipped to give the word to anybody. And I can tell you in this country, this complete abomination, they won't take your word. I don't care who you are or where you live. Very rarely. Very, very rarely. And when a miracle occurs, they won't see it. They'll deny it. When you survive when you shouldn't survive, they'll tell you you were just lucky. You'll say it's all the Most High God. He's got my time of death, not you. Right? So relax, don't worry. I took a word from a sister yesterday. If you're listening, you said, don't worry. Remember? That was the most important thing you said yesterday. Don't worry. The word for everybody is don't worry. God's got this. That's exactly right. We can't tell each other that enough. I know. Well, Benson, he's a godsend. He's like the best dog. But without Eli, he's been a little lonely. Well, he's doing okay now. He's there to... Dr. Bum's there to take care of us. You know, so there is no, you know, and they put up all these fake churches and KKK and this and that to show you that, you know, everything around Jesus or anything else, you know, it's racist. And if you study the Bible, if you know the English language, it's now racist. In other words, if you can call them on their shit, it's racist. Right, a good work ethic equals racist. Forget about the fact that work produces peace, harmony, and sustainability. Forget about the fact that there's a formula for success of a civilization. It's work and common sense and things like that. Common sense is racist. Having a man and a woman in the family raising children is now racist because most black people are, you know, black men are bad in their families, so that's what you have to do. I have completely had it. These are white men, old, shriveling, stupid, ugly pieces of shit, dictating this fucking crap every day. And now they're into genital mutilation. I mean, any further you want to go? I guarantee you don't do anything. It'll eventually be they're going to cut off their arms and legs. Because it's more, you know, you're a better person if you have a handicap. You're a better person if you don't have an arm. You're a better person if you don't have a leg. So they'll be worshiping the handicapped and whatever else they're going to do. But there's no end to their insanity except you dead. You dead is the aim. But the news I have now is that the Lord is going to turn this over by 2028. That's a long way to go, Z. Well, you know, he figures 3.5 years from 2024. Isn't that interesting? That will be the official day where you can say the deep state, the global deep state, the globalist, the whatever you want to call these one, the abomination of corporate CEOs, the abomination of all these people that have all these luxuries they should not have, having not earned it. Now, you're not going to tell me that doing bad things earns anything. It doesn't. Work and talent earn it. So these people who don't deserve what they have, who are dictating to everybody else because they're weak, and who love to see strong men fail because it makes them feel better about being so weak. You've all heard tales of corporate CEOs that go in, they get all kinds of weird, kinky stuff going with these prostitutes and stuff. They need to be belittled and shat upon and everything else, you know what I'm saying? Because within them, there's a mechanism that's telling them they're not worthy of it. They're not worthy of being king. Charles. They're not worthy of it, so they do more abominations to make up for it. Fetishes and such. Because they're not fitting in that powerful man scenario. Very few do. That's why we need the Lord. But the Lord is here. The Lord was here first. Earth was without shape, form, whatever, you know, there's firmament up above,
this guy's crazy.
separate the waters.
Everybody, just give me a thumbs up if anybody's listening out there. I think
have sex, have children.
It's funny, but this guy's something
You have
else.
children. Elon Musk is the only guy that's out there that's secular, but doesn't have much in the way of faith, but maybe he does. But who has enough common sense to understand that the need in America right now is children. That's what's needed. Not this kind of trafficking to brothels that Biden's doing. Biden's the biggest, well, I guess the biggest child murderer in the history of the world. Because his whole thing is children, right? It's all children. It's all trafficking children at the border. The military age people, that's more like General, who's that, General Milley? That's his deal. And that other guy, Lloyd Austin, that's their deal. Then there's another guy that's in charge of making sure everyone that enters the Navy is in transition and is willing to wear a dress, every male. Turning them all into the LGBTQ, the perfect queer. The perfect no, it's not about transitioning. It's doing everything except something that will produce children. You can't just be gay anymore. I mean, that's like nothing. That's zero. You got to go into the cross-dressing, into the transitioning. But then the competition becomes, but I was transitioning when I was 9. And I was 6. And it becomes the status, and here comes the velvet rope, and you're just fucked. Your society is fucked. And all of you are fucked because of that. Because they won't just live and let live. They want to force you and force your children. And now we have a law, a proposal that any parent who doesn't want their children to transition and go through gender-affirming surgery will have those children removed from their home. Is that Inslee? Governor Inslee? I believe in, wherever he is. Okay, so they're actually trying to put laws on there.
Man,
These
he
are people that
F-bombed
look
the
like
hell
straight white men at one
out there.
point. And now look, have they come out of the closet, or have they just recently gone into what is not gay? It's just an orgy. It's just an orgy of do what thou wilt. It's just an orgy of do what thou wilt. Also kill people that don't agree with you. Kill people, get rid of them, put them in prison camps. Go completely wild, it's gay, straight, up, down, whatever, any possibility or configuration, all have to be practiced in order to be in good standing with the government, the conformer, the Nazi, the fascist. Disney is the fascist. Bud Light is the fascist.
Oh no.
CNN is the fascist. The true Nazis, the Soroses, Klaus Schwab, the fascists. They want a totalitarian dictatorship upon the earth where anyone who disagrees with any of the millions of points of debauchery that are, possible, including cannibalism, dismemberment, fucking corpses, fucking animals. Oh, it doesn't stop there.
Oh my God.
Cutting off penises, cutting off vaginas, cutting off breasts. Oh, it doesn't stop there.
Oh, this is too funny.
Your children now, they're using this to tell your children, to tell you that your children don't belong to you in the first place. And the proof of it is when they get talked into gender affirming because they want to be with the whole class is getting it done now. 100% of everyone's getting it done now, right? And they all want to be famous, but they're going to be blocked because they're not chosen. Oh boy! It's got to be stupidity. It's got to be stupidity. So therefore, the Lord will kill people and his entire creation.
This guy's crazy.
Everything that was created may have to be destroyed due to stupidity. Man is incapable of self-rule and self-governance. Completely. Incompetent and incapable, always has been. And always will be. So the best you're going to get is like, well, the best you're going to get is guys like, you know, Biden as warlord. You know, stuff like that. You know, where all the Jessies are running everything in the background. You know, so it's, anyway, 2028, there's going to be a turnaround, and it's going to be the end of all that. There'll be another chance. A true reset is coming. The true reset is, well, all this stuff backs up. I mean,
This is the most funniest guy I've ever heard on the shortwave band here on WWCR. This guy F-bomb, cutting peepees off, and from A to Z, he said it all here on this
Anybody who says
frequency.
anything to me is going to be chastised by me, though, as being a bigot, a racist, you know, a complete, you know, reality phobe is what I call them. They're reality phobes. They don't like reality. They want to make it their own reality, and if you don't play along, these people are equivalent to IQ-wise to children in a sandbox. If you don't go along with their little play they're playing in the sandbox, they throw sand at you. They make it up. Oh, we need to cut their genitals off. They make it up. There's no science that has to do with genital mutilation anywhere, ever. They just make it up as they go along. Next, I predict it will be losing, you know, hands and feet probably pretty soon. And you know, it's going to go to full, you know, Pharaoh. Are you ready for Pharaoh? You ready for Pharaoh? CNN is Pharaoh. You want that? When do you draw the line? I think it's you know, I know they have to watch what I say here, because if, you know, or I don't have to if I want to just go to jail. But you know and I know it's way past time for a response. Who has ever responded? Anybody? I mean, the January 6th thing, why did that fail? And Trump said, also, he got another lick, and he goes, he's going to let most of those people go from jail. They've suffered terribly, and they have. Think about all those guys. And he's going to, unless they're really an instigator, you know, like, but he's going to let them go as soon as he's president. So when he said that, and that just devastated the host. And she couldn't believe it. Go. She's like, you know, he just, instead of running away from the comment,
It's supposed to be a 90-minute.
well, what are you going to do about the January 6th? She goes, I'm going to let him go. And she was horrified. She was just, how can you say that? It's so politically incorrect. How could you say something like that? Then CNN gets on this Jake Tapper guy, one of the biggest losers, biggest idiots that you ever spoke. You know, a word. He should be, you know, banished to an island somewhere where no one can hear him. He gets up there and he goes, well, he lied about the election being rigged again, and he lied about the, you know, the documents he had at Mar-a-Lago, and he lied about this, he lied about that. And he didn't lie about anything. He didn't lie. The only lie he told was about warp speed, about Pfizer. He didn't lie. He didn't. Was January 20th, was the election rigged? Yes. Okay. Yes. Well, lots of elections rigged. Yes. The other side, you know, the side of corruption, the side of wars, the side of pain and hurt, the side of general mutilation, the side of racism. Biggest racist on earth. Southern Poverty Law Center. Biggest racists on earth. They're basically began as Israeli racists, you know, because they're watching out for hatred on Jews. No, they're not. They're basically in the same camp as Soros and all the rest of them, and the media and the rest of them. They're all owned and operated by one entity, that's Satan. Period.
Yeah.
And I guess at least half of that.
And give me a thumbs up, guys. I I couldn't help it. I have to put this guy on my channel because this guy is crazy. I mean, really crazy. And I'm up late. It's almost 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I should be in bed by now. But he's on late mornings. It starts at 3. He swears and cusses and gets excited and he gets mental, this guy.
Because all you do is hurt.
Private car, 109, box 16, Ravenel, New Mexico, 87508.
I can never understand it.
International Shortwave, WWCR, Nashville, Tennessee, USA.
You heard that right. WWCR.
Greetings,